Happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome to Angel's Haven. It is a gloomy day here in California. Let's see if I can show you out the window. Little bit of rain out there. There's my neighbor's house. And I am sheltering in place at home, and I'm finally going to tackle the organization of the bedroom that I created when I moved upstairs into my writing loft after I redid the first floor. So here are my problems. First of all, there's a basket there full of backpacks and bags that I need to store. I use them. Second of all, these under here under the table, I keep my medicine that I take every day, and there are some probably just boxes, and that has lotion that I use, just things that I use every day. That's a little inconvenient. Under the bed are baskets which have my folding clothes, and I don't have a lot of outlets up here, so I have cords strung everywhere. There's a, if you can see that fan over there, there's a dehumidifier and a fan sitting on a little cabinet. There's an electric outlet behind there, and I have a heavy-duty power cord going from that outlet to plug in my computers and my printer. I used to have another cabinet which held my printer, which I use all the time. And because I now have a bed up here, instead of having it be a dedicated writing loft, I had to put the printer on my desk. That works out great, but it's a little crowded. As you can see, I have my laptop on the drawer. I've always done that. That's not new. The reason being that that desk is just a little too high for typing, keyboarding. So that takes up room, but it's nonetheless what I have to do. There are things under there that are sort of in the way. There are things under the bed which are in back of the baskets that are just storage. I can't really get to them, but I don't really need to. They're like photograph albums, that sort of thing. Things I want to have, but I don't want to put in the storage unit in the back. But that is an area that I need to organize a little bit. It's very hard to make the bed. As you can see, it's not made very well. And all in all, it's just not organized very well. Books that I'm reading are on the floor. The lamp gets jostled. I can't really open the curtain. So what I'm planning on doing now is somehow, without creating a huge upheaval, organizing all of this stuff. So I'm going to work on that, and then I will maybe take a little video. I'm not going to leave the video running while I work, but you've got an idea of what I have to accomplish, and maybe I'll show you. I'm not going to keep that basket there. I'm going to somehow store those things. This isn't a basket, I guess. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's a laundry basket. I'm not going to keep it there. I'm going to somehow store it under the bed. The baskets, the actual baskets in which I have my clothes, which are under here, need to be taken out and reorganized. They're fairly well organized, but I need to be able to pull them in and out and get things out. So that's what I'm doing today, and when I get it done, I will take another video clip and somehow figure out how to slice them together. There's that cabinet up there on which the fan sits. That cabinet is a companion to the one I have on my first floor, but that one has very narrow drawers, and it has things in it that probably I could get rid of, but the drawers are not very useful, so I like it, but I don't really. It's useful as someplace to put the fan and the dehumidifier. So that's what I'm up to today in shelter-in-place mode, and I hope all of you are having a great Saturday, and I will show you the results of my labor. Just giving you a little video tour of the house, and I will see you later. So I'm jumping back in here to talk a little bit about the kinds of decisions that you have to make. So I have 2 white blankets here. Well, this is off-white, but you get the idea. So they are almost identical. This one was given to me by the realtor that I used to sell my house in Kansas City. It was made by a friend of hers, and it has a big embroidered circle in the middle that has some sort of a kitsch saying in it. I don't remember what it is, live, laugh, love, or something. This one, and it is machine stitched, I would say, and it's a soft, some kind of cotton blend, maybe. This one was given to me by my friend Sally Kirchner. Sorry about that. It belonged to her grandmother. It is it's probably also machine quilted. Let me see if I can tell. I'm not even sure it's quilted. It's some type of treatment. She told me it had a name. She told me what it was. I can't remember. That must be the weaving that makes the pattern, but I've forgotten. It is old, obviously. Yeah, I think it's not embroidered or quilted. I think the pattern is from the weaving. It is definitely cotton. Yeah, that's machine hemmed. And it is old. It's old, but in beautiful shape. And it was given to me by my friend Sally. So I don't need both of these, obviously. They're almost identical. They're the same, almost the same color. They're the same concept. And the only real difference between them is twofold. Number one, this one, the one that my realtor gave me, is softer, I will admit. This one that Sally gave me is a little stiffer. It almost feels as though it's never been washed, so she must have dry cleaned it. And Sally is a friend of mine, and the realtor who I knew personally was my realtor. So I need to get rid of one of these. I don't need both of them. I had this one, the one from my realtor, I've had for a couple of years. Sally gave me the white one that was her grandmother's just this spring. And I'm probably going to get rid of the one that my realtor gave me and keep the one Sally gave me. Those are the kinds of choices you have to make when you live tiny. And I'm just jumping back in here to talk about this blanket that Sally gave me. I looked a little closer at it, and I do see that some of this pattern is quilting. This flower, for example, is quilting. She told me the name of the type of blanket that it is, but I can't remember. It certainly is beautiful. And also to show you that the basket of like my backpack and bags is now behind the bed. So it did find a place to live. So anyway, it's a beautiful blanket. I'm so glad that I have it. Anyway, I'll be back. So this is the clothing storage situation at present. I have one fairly large basket, two fairly small baskets, this one's really small, and one medium basket full of everyday, what I call folding clothes. I have those two containers, which is a basket and a plastic container. Those two containers have strictly warm weather clothing, lightweight blouses, summer dresses, that's it. Nothing that I wear in the fall or colder months. These baskets, this little one and this little one, the blue one and the little brown one, have my enormous legging collection. Now, anyone that knows me knows that I wear a dress and a pair of leggings almost every day. And that's why I have so many leggings. And I actually have fewer pairs than ever. I have pared it down quite a bit. So this basket is all winter clothing. Normally it's folded better. I'm going to refold everything. And this, so this is sweater, dresses, and sweaters. I have a 21-inch hanging closet downstairs, which has dresses and jackets and sweaters, like cardigans. And this is pants, which I don't really wear, which is pretty funny. As you can see, they're neatly folded. They're neatly folded because they never come out of there. I just don't even know why I keep them. And actually, all of these things, three pairs of jeans, a pair of corduroy pants, and a pair of whatever these are pants. All of them I've acquired at secondhand shops in California since I moved here, and they all fit me and I like them, but what I wear is dresses and leggings. So that's what that's all about. And it's a little inconvenient having my folded things up here and my hanging things down there. But so when I had my bed on the first floor, I had two large drawers under that built-in bed, and this stuff that you see here was in those two large drawers. They were very big. They were like 24 inches square and maybe 18 or 20 inches deep, and one held winter clothes and one held summer clothes, and I never had to do anything. I just, if it was summer, I pulled out one, and if it was winter, I pulled out the other. When I tore that big bed out and made my living room, I lost those two drawers. I originally intended to put them under this bed, which is an oversized twin, so it's wider than a normal twin and a little longer. It's not as extra long, but it's oversized, they call it. And I was going to put those 2 drawers under this bed, but I have a bedside table and my desk, and so because of the way it's situated, I couldn't pull those drawers out. So I went with this basket system, which is not bad. I mean, this is basically a first world problem, but they get a little messy. This basket came from a secondhand store. It cost $1.50. That basket I found, I don't know where I found it, at a thrift store for $0.25 probably. That one, 50 cents somewhere. This square one and that square one I actually bought new at Pier 1 for $12 each. I felt ridiculous doing it in light of the fact that if you're diligent, you can find them for, $1 or 25 cents. So I'm going to neaten these clothes, refold them, make my bed. I've already neatened this area a little bit. There are things that have to go downstairs. I put away one of my 2 laptops. I don't need them both out. There's the plug. I was able to free it from its entanglement. It's meant to be a desktop plug. It's really nice. It has a UBS cord, or plugs, and regular plugs. So anyway, you see what I'm doing, and this is, when you live tiny, you have to neaten your area on a regular basis. It's kind of fun, but I love my little wall. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if you can see this, that's my brother Stephen. In the picture on the left, that's Stephen, and the picture on the right, Stephen is on the right. He's my brother that passed away. That is a picture of a bunch of my brother's friends. I'm in that picture. Too bad there's a glare on it. That's a sketch of me and my son that we had done in Rochester, Minnesota, and that is a photograph by Genevieve Casey. Those are some digital art by my son. Snow globe. Probably Chicago in that snow globe. Our house in that digital art. With our 2 first pets on the porch. I don't know if you can see them. Sprinkles and little girl. And that is Kansas City. So anyway, I'm going to finish this straightening and then I'll conclude in a minute. So there you have it, a cozy little bedroom with my teeny tiny writing space. I got everything refolded, picked up things that had been falling on the floor, found a place for my books. And this is the advantage of having originally planned this as a dedicated writing space. So the loft is lower and I have more room up here. It makes the new living room, which is down there, a little awkward because you have to duck to go under the loft to get into it. But having an actual bedroom has turned out to be a real benefit. So there you have it, a straightened bedroom area, and that's how I'm spending my Saturday afternoon sheltered in place. And I hope you all are having a safe and warm and comfortable place to be sheltered in place wherever you are. So thanks for spending a few minutes of my tiny sheltered in place life with me, and I will see you next time.